Hello, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is news time again from this very good channel. Welcome back. How are you all doing? Hope you're good. I pray that God will be with you in your endeavors. Today, we have another update for you. And I want you to, after listening to it, you drop your opinion and suggestions you have so that Biafra will be free. And that's just it. Okay, let's go.
Today, Nnamdi Kanu is facing trial that is not supposed to happen in any place in the world. The whole world is keeping quiet. The evil United Nations is keeping quiet. The evil ECOWAS is keeping quiet. The OAU is keeping quiet. That a man that was kidnapped from Kenya unlawfully, illegally, is being tried in Nigeria, and the whole world is keeping quiet. And these are the people who are going to Ibrahim Traoré to ask him to come back to ECOWAS, because the world hates truth and love darkness. They want to be in darkness and to deceive the common people, to deceive the gullibles. Where are the justice? Which justice are Nnamdi Kanu going to face in Nigeria? Who will give Nnamdi Kanu justice in Nigeria? When there is no justice in Nigeria, who will give Nnamdi Kanu justice? When we can kill millions in Obibo, and because he's a governor, when they continue killing, and today, the one that they call Fubara become governor, and many people they have fired on live those people and burn worth of properties with their tongues and everything, and the world is keeping quiet. Today, Fubara and Wike is trying to be in the same party. This is the kind of the country that people want you to come and be one part of it. This is the country where Finland is putting representative as an ambassador. This is the country where the country where I reside is putting an ambassador. This is the country where United States of America, where Trump become president for the past 3 months, is having ambassador. This is the country where British people, where Nnamdi Kanu reside and they gave him citizenship, is having ambassador in that country. This is the country where all over the world is having ambassadors, and they know how they treat their citizens. And when they see what is happening in Africa, what is happening in that evil country called Nigeria, they all just keep quiet, as if nothing is happening. Are those people living there not human beings? That those people who are living there are not worthy for anything called justice. They are not worthy to speak out for or defend in any how. So where is the justice that we are talking about? Where is that justice? Is it in this court where they have released Nnamdi Kanu, cancelled 2 times this case, and asked to be paid compensation for denying him his right and abusing him, for kidnapping him from Kenya, for killing his parents and on harming many people in his compound, on live many people in his compound, and the country called Nigeria say we will not obey that order. So we are going to look the order that the Nigerian government want to obey. The order they want to obey is the one that they give the chief judge the command and what he's supposed to judge, and that one is the one that the world will expect them to obey, and the whole world will still keep quiet. So my coming here this afternoon is just, my brother, choose just like you said. I am not expecting any justice from Nigeria, because Nigeria is full of evil. Nigeria is full of evil. I am more than 50 years today. I have not seen any justice in the Nigerian government. I have not seen one single thing that will make me to supposed to be that called a Nigerian. I have not seen. There is nothing that qualifies any human being to be called Nigerian, because it is only full of evil. Today they are crying that Tinubu want to make Nigeria a one-party system. This is the country where they have ambassadors because they don't care. They only care of the money they are making in that country, and the 300 or 400 citizens of Nigeria are suffering, languishing every day. What do you expect the media to do? The media, the country where a media can see lie, and he lied even though he knew he is lying as a media. A media who will lie, it is only when they get to his turn that he will start crying, injustice, 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 they want to kill me. But when he gets to another person, he as a media will turn his camera upside down, he will turn his radio upside down, he will turn anything concerning him upside down, until when he gets to his table, then he will know that it's injustice in the country. So my brother, there is not anywhere you can bring anything closer to Nigeria as justice. So I want to tell my people, those who care to listen, as long as this man Tinubu is there, Shatima is there, Buhari is still alive, Obasanjo is still alive, Hope Uzodinma is still alive, the so-called Soludo is still alive. If you are expecting justice, you are wasting your time. And that is why none of these people can be bold and proud enough to say, this is my son, this is what my son is doing. Let Hope Uzodinma tell us what is business of his children, or where they are working, or what is about them. Let Soludo come and be proud and say, this is what my son is doing, and this is why I'm proud of him as my son. This is his achievement, this is his career. What is their career? All these politicians, what is the career of Tinubu's Seyi as his son? What is Seyi doing? Where have he worked for? These are the country you want people to belong to. So my brother, if we every day we continue talking about Nigeria, there is nothing positive that will come out of it. And that is what people must know. This is a country of evil. Where it pains me most are the people who will say we are learning from them. They are faced to be wise or to be lies. When the so-called civilized people will see evil and they keep quiet, and nobody will speak out. When you speak, they want to kill you. Where is very dark man? Many people are being kept quiet. I have a friend the other day, he was asking me, where is your Baka? Why is he not speaking? And if he speak, they will go and kill him and kill his church members. Some of those priests who were parading or protesting, some of them were the one who was even against the Baka when he was even speaking about Nnamdi Kanu. Many of them were saying, bring him, kill him, send him out. He's not supposed to be among us. Today they are protesting in Enugu State. And some of them are saying, why is he not talking again? Because when he talk, you will gang up against him and go to the government house and say, kill him. And once they go to the store and buy him and buy his members, once many of them is being paid, the church will scatter. That is what they expect. So you cannot speak freely in the land. When you speak, they will tie you. They will destroy you. If you own business there, they will make sure they frustrate you. Which, look at what Wike is doing in Abuja. Look at what every governors are doing. They take every law into their hand. If you don't belong to their clique, to their gang, they will make sure that they destroy you, or they buy you, or they destroy your source of income, or you destroy your family, or you destroy anything concerning your nation. Is that the country that all this Western world are sending their ambassadors? After the meeting of American ambassador with the Mieti Allah, which every part of the world know that Mieti Allah is a terrorist organization. What have that come? What was the outcome of that meeting? What has changed? Are they not buying people every day? Unlawful human beings every day. Why have then the ambassador keep quiet for how many years that Nnamdi Kanu is being justified holding Nigeria? Why is the same ambassador keeping quiet for these years that they have been burning properties of Igbos and both in every part of the country? Why have that ambassador not been able to speak? Why is the same ambassador not going visiting Benue, Enugu, Jos, all these places that they are buying on life human beings, and the same ambassador is keeping quiet, and he is visiting Meeti Allah. What is he going to discuss with them? Will he give them more than the money that the El-Rufai had given to them? So what will he there with that American ambassador do to those people? To start them to Osama bin Laden's agenda? So they are just deceiving themselves. So what my encouragement to my people today is for them to do what? To be prepared for the worst. You are out for freedom. Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa can never suffer in vain. Their suffering can never be in vain. And we will continue calling heaven to come and fight the battle, just like David said, the battle is of God. Because we have no power, we have no support, we have no brother, another sister. It's only God that will do it for us. Thank you, my brother. I stand aside and listen.
Thank you so much, my brother, for that very submission. You have spoken well, and that is exactly where we are and where we stand, that nobody can do it for us. It is we that will do it for ourselves. Don't put your hope on these people. Don't think that they're going to do anything to favor you, or don't think that there's any decision they will do to make you happy. No, we are not based on that. The genuine freedom Nnamdi Kanu needs and deserves is a freedom where the Biafra which he desires will be freed. Without freedom, Nnamdi Kanu is not free. Without freedom, Nnamdi Kanu is not free. The highest thing you can hear is, oh, we grant him bail. And what does that mean? What does it mean? When you say you grant him bail, what does it mean? And then they will take different kinds of conditions and attach to each different kind of conditions, and the next minute they will make another move to take his life. Wherever you are watching this program from, I want you to know that you must tighten up your belt and prepare for what is coming. Tighten up your belt, tighten it and make it very tight. Prepare for what is coming. Anything can happen. Anything, as far as Nigeria is concerned, these are a bunch of criminals and shameless people that can do anything at any time. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't even care about your opinion. They don't care about what you think. The Nigeria we are talking about is not meant to be in the first place. Everything about that contraption are false, lies put together. And this lies was brought together, put in place by the British themselves. Everything you are seeing today is well planned. Nigeria was never planned to succeed. It was never put in place to succeed. It was never put in place to benefit anybody, to benefit an Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Efik man, Ijaw man. Wherever you come from the north, from the west, it was not planned to benefit you. This was a company established for the benefit of the British. They created a system that will make sure that the exploitation continues unabated. That's the system they're running. That is why they gave you different kinds of fake figures. And they found a willing tool to push that agenda in the Fulanese. Today, those willing tools are in the front line, taking action, taking lands, taking lives. And it is because of those willing tools that Nnamdi Kanu took action that he took and begin to sensitize his people, begin to educate his people about self-defense. The same message that they are preaching in the Zoological Republic today. Everything about the zoo is a lie. And I want you to watch this. In case you don't know, when we talk about the lie in that contraption, some of you don't believe it. Some people will think that because we are on social media and we are talking, there is no evidence to back it up. You are going to see people, even in that zoo, in their own conventional media, speaking the same thing, saying the same thing we are saying. How the British came together and gave a falsified figure to the northern part of Nigeria to manipulate the country. Nigeria was handed to Fulanese, sold to Fulanese, to continue to exploit every other thing and allow the British to exploit as much as they can the people. I want you to listen to this video.
I also, in about 2 minutes, I also want you to interrogate the concept of numerical advantage of the North. You said something earlier on.
That is what makes me laugh, sir.
You said that the British used the Middle Belters to shore up the numbers in the North. Let's talk about numerical advantage. The North and numbers.
You know, yes. Thank you. The North they use this argument, we have the numbers, etc. Take the Middle Belt out, where are the numbers? They know they don't have the numbers, sir. They know it. But of course, for propaganda purposes, they use that argument, we have the numbers, we can do it. Now, the North, the British wanted the North to remain monolithic for some reason. They wanted it because they wanted to hand over power to the North. And they used Middle Belters to beef up the population of the North before independence. And though before independence, if you look at the population, go back to history, all these things are there, you can Google and see. The Southeast and Bamenda had the highest population, followed by the Southwest and the North, that is including the Middle Belt, had the third population in terms of numerical strength. However, the British wanted to hand over to the North and therefore denied the Middle Belters a region for themselves. Though after independence, the southern minorities were given Midwestern region for also political consideration, which now we know as used just to whittle down the strength of the Southwest. But all the same, we who consider ourselves Middle Belters, going down history and memory lane, are saying we are not Northerners. We are Middle Belters. And the North has always considered us that way anyway. When it comes to such consideration as North, they say all of us as North. But when it comes to appointments and other considerations, they don't consider us as North. So why should this hypocrisy continue? Let them just say, we are Middle Belters, they are Northerners. Let everybody be who he is.
You have heard from this man. And this is part of the education we are talking about. This is why we are doing what we are doing. This is what Nnamdi Kanu is. And this is what Biafra is all about. Let every region be on their own, grow in their own space, at their own speed. Why do you continue to force people that have different ideology, people that don't have the same value system? Why are you forcing them to be together? Why?
Mazichus, do you know if this is new? It's recent video from Rufai, that Rufai guy.
It's not recent, it's an old video.
Okay, but the truth of the matter is that he was just speaking the truth, as simple as that, you know. And this is, if the whole thing, everything you see, all the problems you see happening in that contraption was primarily, you know, like engineered by the British. There's this American economist, is an economist, Jeffrey Sachs. He goes about everywhere talking about how, yes, he said, yes, America, they have their own share of domination and bully, blah, blah. But primarily, every region you go, every continent, there's not even one, you don't see the imprint of the British. The level of, the type of historical problem that they brought to every region. They are always in the midst of every problem you see, be it Africa, be it Asia. As we speak now, Pakistan and India, they're having their issue. If you trace the origin, it's them, the same people. You go to Australia, you go to Canada, even the America too, is the same people. And as we speak now, they have a very strong hold on Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth. But because of their level of, should I say the word sophistication, people Okay, France has their own share, but the British are the very subtle when they do their own. It's like you can't even, you have to be really, really aware to know what you are dealing with or whom you are dealing with, you know. So if you look at now the case of Ibrahim Traore, is tied to the same thing Nnamdi Kanu is going through. Of course, it started before with Nnamdi Kanu, before Ibrahim Traore, because I saw yesterday, I didn't know it happened in London, a protest over this whole conspiracy against Burkina Faso, against Ibrahim Traore. But they just look at it, but it's just not, it's all over all this black continent. It's just a one big global conspiracy, because it happened directly with the French, but they are all connected, be it France, be it Britain, and even America, because they always have
They are
this.
all
And yeah, so obviously, you see that Ibrahim Traore, all he asked is to be allowed to run, the people to run. Why do you feel you are entitled? Why do you feel that sense of ownership of the people? Like, I mean, it's crazy. So, but because he said, leave us alone, let us self-govern, they now conspire to take him out. If not for the protest that's going on around the globe, mostly the black nations, Caribbean, Africa, all the, we see the, and a few other Caucasians too, who speaks against it, because it has happened for so long continuously. It's happening. People are just fed up somewhat. Well, thank goodness for Russian Federation, who has come out undoubtedly. They say they just put everything there. They say, no, this is enough now. Enough is enough. They put everything down there just to make, so you begin to, why does this Western imperialist, they just believe that they, oh my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. When they come, what you go do?
I think you're having a call. We can't hear you anymore. I think a call just disrupted our brother. So while he handles his calls, he will get back to us. So as we are speaking, our supreme leader, Nnamdi Kanu, is in court today. And as they have promised, today is supposed to be the last day that very court will be brought to conclusion. And as the court is going on, so many questions will be asked, so many things are going to be thrown out and thrown off. But we, the Biafrans, must remain focused. We must not get distracted. Distractions will come from all corners, from all angles. They will try to put up some things to distract us. But I bet you, Biafrans, you must not get distracted. We are going to be following the event as it unfolds. Whatever they say, however they say it, whatever be their decision, it doesn't really matter to us. It doesn't really matter to us. What matters to us today is that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent of all charges. Very, very innocent. It doesn't matter what they want to say and how they want to say it. We already know that our Supreme Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. And the more they continue to push this, their lies, the more they continue to push this, their falsehood, we will continue to defeat them and we will continue to expose them. So wherever you are joining us from, we welcome everyone that have joined and we appreciate you. Let us remain focused and continue to see what is going to be the outcome today. As they are in the course, a lot of things are going to be coming up. As issues are coming up, we will also try as much as possible to be presenting it so that we can be able to be looking into those matters and see what is actually going on. So the update we have here that we need to speak about is that questioning transcription of court proceedings. The questioning procedure of court proceedings, and it reads, video of Nnamdi Kanu interview upon his extraordinary rendition in 2021 is finally being played in court. Prosecution witness BBB, can you identify people in the video? Witness, yes, I can. Prosecution, who are those people in the video sitting next to Nnamdi Kanu? Witness, Aloy Ejimako and Habila, both are lawyers. Prosecution, Mr. Kanu, in this video, could you tell us about the indigenous people of Biafra? I am the leader of IPOB. I was granted bail in 2017 after arrest 2 years earlier. However, I was in my house and army came to kill me. The army invaded my house and killed 28 people. This was what transpired in 2017. And we will never forget this. Don't allow yourself to get distracted. And there is an event, again, that is happening. He said, transcript of interview recording upon his rendition. Interviewers, Mr. Kanu, you made a broadcast. Nnamdi Kanu, I do not remember which one specifically. Interviewer, we mean the broadcast made during the NSAS protests. Nnamdi Kanu, the purpose of my broadcast was because the army was killing protesters in Lagos. Stay tuned. This is how far they have gone, and the questions asked and the answers given. And again, Nnamdi Kanu got updated again. The presiding judge, Justice Omotosho, had asked a lawyer to help the prosecution fix the electronic system in the court. Interviewer, you gave instruction to people to attack federal infrastructure. Nnamdi Kanu, if you say you have control over Biafra or Easterners, you are mistaken. We are Republicans in nature. We do things, especially what is right, at our own accord, not necessarily adherence to dictations. Interviewer, you pass instruction to your people. Nnamdi Kanu, I lead the movement, but the day-to-day operation of IPOB is done through the Directorate of State, DOS. Nnamdi Kanu, you are talking about incident that happened after NSAS. Why don't you ask me of what happened 2015, 16, and 17, etc.? Interviewer, in 2021, there were attacks. Nnamdi Kanu, I am aware the army killed a lot of people. Nnamdi Kanu, the movement I led is not violent. Your interviewer, your instruction led to jailbreak, etc. You just imagine. Your instruction led to jailbreak, etc. Nnamdi Kanu, my reaction remains that we are not violence. Interviewer, when you were arrested, Nnamdi Kanu interject, I wasn't arrested, I was kidnapped. Interviewer, what's your relationship with ESN? ESN is a vigilante group that exists everywhere in Biafra lands. These are the questions that have been asked so far, and we will continue to bring you more information as they come. So what I just read out are the the questions that have been asked to Nnamdi Kanu, and how far he has gone so far, and we will continue to bring more updates and continue to set the record straight and say things the way they are. Thank you so much. Yeah, welcome back, my beloved brother Christian. I think you were speaking and a call kicked you out and all that. So
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Mazuchu. So you were also like bringing an update on from the.
Yeah.
Okay, but they're still
update from the court.
Okay, good. Yeah, because like I said, we are waiting to see how the day plays out. Though it's a little bit busy for me also, but I'm staying on it. And if I have to go out, I will go out. And if I have to, and I will come back just to keep up with what is going on. So what I was saying,
when I was reading that update, did you hear one of the things that we are accusing Nnamdi Kanu, that he instigated the jailbreak?
Where?
In Imo State. In Imo State, remember the jailbreak that happened, which Opuzodoma came out and said it is not IPOB.
Yeah.
That is the jailbreak they are bringing. They say Nnamdi Kanu instigated the jailbreak.
Well,
these people are mad people. And we have a video where Opuzodoma confessed that the people that came for that operation are not IPOB members.
Exactly. So
I'm sick to catch it and play. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's obviously it can't hold because there are no better evidence than the sitting governor of the state.
Exactly.
He has the intelligent report. He knows what goes on in his state. So if he comes out to say that it's not Nnamdi Kanu, it's not IPOB, so obviously that is not. It's a very weak evidence or whatever. So yeah, but like I was saying before, is a complicated situation we are facing, not just for us as Biafran, but the entire Africa, should I say, even black race, because it's deep. It's really deep what is going on. Like I said, when I watched the protest in London, different Africans, blacks, diasporans, Caribbean, and they all have one thing, one take on the whole issue, and that is that the problem of this neo-colonial and neo-colonial government, the imperialists, who feel the sense of ownership of Africa and their resources, and they will stop at nothing. Sometimes I feel like, sometimes I'm like, if Africa would just like maybe have one voice and decide that, hey, enough is enough, as you can't even, it's like they won't even mind going to the extent of waging a physical war against Africa just to make sure. I'm telling you, there's the level of
what they are doing already. That's what they are doing already.
Yeah, so I feel like if Africans, the leadership and all everything will come to a decision that no, enough is enough. We don't want to control our resources, because we don't control your own resources. You own yours, you run your things. So why do you have to come around? So are we really independent, or what is going on? So if I feel like the way their body language and even their physical, behaviors and everything, I think they wouldn't mind to open up, physical war, sort of, like conventional war against Africans. If African will say, leave us alone. It's crazy, because that is what these three nations in West Africa, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, this is what they said to the French, leave us alone. You come to my place. And I say, okay, he said, no, thank you, but you can leave now. He said, no, I won't leave. What? That is crazy. And to think that there's no shame, they don't even, the word shame, or I don't know, it's crazy that why do you go about describing the people as a poor people or poor continent or that, this and that, but you are the one who is lacking. You are the one who is poor. You are the one who is who can survive on your own. You are the one who can live, you can't even live on your own. You are showing, obviously, that without Africa, you are nowhere, you are nobody. So why are you twisting it around, making us look like we are the hungry one? This is one thing I can't stop wondering, that Emmanuel Macron goes about saying this and saying that, acting as if they are helping Africa. But in actuality, we are the ones who are helping them to survive, to keep going. Without Africa, they are nothing, absolutely nothing. And there are people, for some reason, maybe they I don't know what it is. When, like I said, they always feel like they are helping you, or they are better, or what. No, you are not. You are simply not. It's just unfortunate that over the years we've not had leaders who are able to do the right thing. Because if I have my way, like I said, I will shut it down completely. I will shut everything down, because it's not working. So why do I bring this up? Is connected directly to the situation Nnamdi Kanu is facing, because Nnamdi Kanu knows this thing better than anybody, and he has been speaking about on it. He has been speaking about it, but the British, they are not happy that he speaks truth. They feel threatened. They feel like he's trying to awaken the people. He's trying to. It's just crazy. But yeah, we must keep up. And another unfortunate aspect of it is that the whole, when it comes to this Africa, is not cohesive enough or well enough to go through the right channel, because again, like you say, you see that the like Nigeria, so where it becomes very difficult situation, because these Fulanis whom they handed over the country to, everybody knows that lots of people have come out to say they created it, handed it over to the Fulanis, and there's a reason for that. So they have now come up with their own agenda, try to not only expansionist agenda, but to recolonize people again. It's crazy how they too feel like they have the opportunity to, lord it over everybody. The Sultan, he sees himself, human being, Jesus Christ, human nature. The Sultan feel like he is the Islamic God of Nigeria. If you even this very dark man guy they kidnapped the other day, I think they left him yesterday or so thereabout. It's also not unconnected with the issue he had with him, because he rebuked him, he said something, well, respectfully, whatever, but it's all added up to why they kidnapped him. So many other people he's trying to rob in the wrong way now. So obviously the Sultan is trying to lord it over, and the one from Oba Obini also tried to lord it on the people from Igodo, the Igbanke. You see how, but that's sometimes, I don't know, but people will always have to. You can't give up, because if you give up, if you don't fight, then you don't deserve to be free, like Traore said. So it's complicated, but at the end of the day, when you have justice on your side, you're on the right path. You have to keep pushing, because eventually you will get justice, you will be free, you will get your freedom. So let's just wait and see what happens today, and from there, we take it up from there. One thing is guaranteed: we will never, no matter what they do, we just have to keep moving. We have to keep pushing. We will never succumb to their blackmail and to their treachery, these evil people. So yeah, let's, if anything, bro, just keep updating us. We are with you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution. Let us hear from our beloved sister, Ojugo. You're here. Take your mic, Ojugo. If you're free, go ahead and speak to us, our sister Ojugo.
Good morning, my brothers in the house.
You're
we thank
welcome.
God for another day, another life, and we thank God that we are alive to witness the case of Master Nnamdi Kanu, and we pray that we'll be alive to also witness the case of Simon Ekpa. We're watching, we're looking. We know that left for us with Nigeria can never defeat us. Never defeat us.
Mute yourself, Anison.
Somebody's talking and it's making me to lose my
Anison, mute yourself. Go ahead, my sister.
So they know that left for Nigeria with us, Nigeria can never defeat us at all. But we know the hands that are fighting this battle. It's not a small hand. Like our brother said, and I said that before, that we should be expecting the worst. The way the whole thing is going, we should be expecting the worst in Africa, generally, because what the Yoruba man knows is gone. By fire, by force. That's what they know. And we have to be ready for the worst to come. Because they're not going to let Africa go free, go like that. It won't be possible. And they're helping, they say they're helping Africa. How are you helping Africa? Is it with a free visa that you're helping Africa? You don't even allow African people enter your country. That's why a lot of them are dying in the desert, trying to get in there. And why would Africa, and you see them, They give visa to those who will be useful to them.
Of course, that's what they do.
They will give free, say, nurses, the doctors, okay, come, school, come, work. Every other person. Now, you have to go through the desert to get in there. So how are they helping Africa? By giving us a crap of food that remain from their table? Let me tell you, I worked in a place in America long time ago. It's a volunteer, you volunteer there, where they package food for African people, minus Nigeria. Anyway, that place will package food for like people like Tanzania. I went there. If I tell you I didn't cry, I will be lying. And you know, so many things were going through my mind to this point. And this is where resources, you know, I called my friend from Tanzania. I said, you know, there's a place we package food. Everybody knows that, you know, when I lived in Minnesota, before I moved to Texas, everybody knows that place. You know, you volunteer. It's a volunteer place. You volunteer to package food. You ask them where this food is going. They tell you Tanzania, Congo, all those. I think there is kind of Africa side, you know. So they say, well, that's what it is. And I said, you people don't have natural resources? He said, oh, yeah, they have a lot. And he started mentioning what they have. Then you imagine where we are packaging food to send to these countries that have natural resources. That's the way the white man is helping a black man.
Very sad.
Even here that we are, you will think that that's what they called white, I've forgotten that word they normally use here. White, if I remember, I will say that.
You know, white supremacy?
White privilege. No,
white privilege.
Because if you interview with them, I experienced those things, you know. Especially if your education line is like office, you know, office line, unless you're a nurse, which I'm not a nurse, you know. If you're that line, trust me, you're gonna experience a lot of backlash. And because you're a black person, I don't know how the people think they're helping us by taking our natural resources and giving us a crap from it. Is that a help or is that slavery? Why do you think that we cannot manage ourselves? Because this is what comes out of the amount that we can manage ourselves. Eh? I feel so irritated. I feel so ashamed, you know, when they say this, that we can manage ourselves. Who the hell are you that will manage? Allow us there. Allow us. Go manage yourself. We can't, they're the one now sending out every immigrant from their countries. You send them out to go do what? To go die there while you're taking their natural resources. If you say everybody go home, I'm sure everybody will be willingly go back to where they come from. But take your hands off them. Let's manage it. Let's manage it. A lot of people are educated now. We can manage it. That time has gone. Please, the Westerners, that time has gone. There's a lot of educated, anyhow, IT, whatever you want, you talk about it. Yeah? So that's why when I'm looking at what is happening to Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu, let me tell you, I'm so tired of it because at the end of it all, the advice comes from the West. Advice comes from the West. This is a man that is a citizen of a Western country. and the region where he belongs to are not fighting for him. Do we ask why? Because they think that he was preaching against them. He didn't preach against them. He was educating our people to open their eyes to know that we are still in slavery. We are still in slavery, modernized slavery. So we're not just fighting Nigeria. Who is Nigeria? We win them for a long time. Who is Nigeria? Biafran would have come for a long time, beat them up and go. It's because of all this France support. Now they bought Finland over. Finland is manipulating so many stuff and all this stuff. Manipulating things that, which interview have you conducted to say that it's committed? I don't understand. I don't know that concluding on nothing. They bought them over. Huh? So, so many things are going, and the people working with them are in our midst. The people working with them are seriously in our midst. Giving them information are in our midst, for crying out loud. So, let's see how this rolls. I'll keep hanging in there to the end because we need to know what's going on in the court. And thank you so much, Jukes, for updating us on this court case going on. Hopefully they conclude it today, but I don't think that is. I don't know if it will happen that they will conclude this case today. But we pray. Let's see the outcome of it. It's in the format. Who broke the prison? Okay, what about the one that they broke at Abuja during Buhari time? Who did that? Has a person been persecuted? Are those people, where are they? Did they brought them in court? It's so sad. It's so sad, but we will never give up. Let them know that all the things they're fighting, they will. I don't know why they cannot learn their lesson. We should be expecting war if we're not careful, because that's what is cooking around now. It's smelling. It's smelling everywhere. It's smelling. So we should be expecting the worst. Okay, my brother. Let me leave it at this point now and continue to be background. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, my sister. Sorry, I was muted. Thank you so much for your contribution. You have spoken well, my beloved sister. You've just nailed it. And I believe that the world is listening, and the zoo is also paying attention while they are in their court doing their rubbish, throwing out charges that doesn't have any background, charges that have been thrown away long ago. They are just bringing it back to keep themselves busy. But it doesn't matter what they say or how they say it, we will never be stopped. We will continue, and at the end of the day, victory is going to be ours. I can see somebody there joining us. Bro Christian, you have something to say? Maybe you just take 1 minute and say something. My brother Christian, you have something to say?
Yeah, I was just. Can you hear me? Huh?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Just say something in 1 minute, and Greg, 1 minute before we go to the person that joined us now.
Yeah, obviously, just like what I was saying before, is a struggle, is a very serious one, but we won't. This generation, Biafrans, even Africans, they've risen. Trust me, it's not gonna be. We know that we know that they have some of our, should I say, leaders or politicians or presidents whom they are using. Like Tinubu. Tinubu is an asset to them, So, and he now is dancing a very delicate dance in Tinubu because it's just. To just put it mildly, I think their cup don't full. either way you look at it, because 2027 is looking at 2027 how he can manipulate it just to be there by 2027 to 2031, whatever. Now, he's working. He's agent of this imperialist Tunubu. Make no mistake about that. Now, but the North, the Fulanis, they are also trying to find a way to undermine him. So he's also building up, setting up for a showdown one way or the other, because he's looking at the political area where he can use the Nnamdi Kanu issue, to see how he can benefit him. That is probably one of his calculations. Meanwhile, he's facing these Northerners who are also determined to remove him so that they can continue with their agenda, because they feel like probably the agreement they had that they therefore allowed him to stay there is not working on it, or is not doing it fast enough. So it's like I said, God just keep us alive. We see what happens. But yeah, for us, it's all about Biafra, whatever they do. But we keep an eye on them too. We will never, just because it's Biafra, no, we will also be watching them, because it's a multi-dimensional problem or situation confronting everybody. So while we are doing what we are doing, we will keep one eye on them to see the step they take, so that when opportunity offer itself, we take it. So thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. You have spoken well. My brother Greg, are you there? Just take 1 minute, my brother Greg, and speak before we give the mic to Anderson. Unmute yourself, Greg. Your mic is muted.
Okay. Yeah, Mazichus. Yes, I just want to add one thing. There is one thing Mazi Christian said. He said that he was talking about the international community they might come to fight us to get all our resources. So if you are living in this Western world, and if you watch the comment of that black general that said that Ibrahim Traoré is using the gold in what do you call it, in Burkina Faso to protect his regime. So he's using it for himself. So using it for himself is they're not getting it the way they have been getting it before. The France is no more in charge of their resources, because you remember this idiot Tony Nnamdi said that he once worked in NNPC, and in all the oil that is going out from Nigeria, that Nigeria doesn't have the account of what is going on. It is what British present to them.
Yeah.
That they will register. So if they will register to you, or if they will register for Nigeria, example, 1 million barrel, and they have taken 1 million barrel on their own, unaccounted. So who is at loss? So the day you become to be in charge of what is in your father's house, that day is the day they will come after you. And that is what you see that is trying to play out in Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
And the problem there is this, that the so-called African Union don't want to know, because they have planted all of them and no one will stand up against what is happening. Because if you come in a land, it's just like you go in America now, all the gas and oil that is coming out from America, then an African government is there telling them how many that is going out for export.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand it.
Yeah.
So because they collaborate with these with Nigerian leaders and all these African leaders, they know that they are all corrupt. They know that they all corrupt. And because of that corruption, the Western people use that advantage. If, for example, now a military come up in Nigeria and say, no, there will be no more oil, crude oil that will be exported to America, to Europe, that every oil will be refined in Nigeria and shipped to any country that wants gas or petrol or diesel. That they we will be exporting only refined products to foreign countries. That army will not last that army that do that will not last for 1 minute. Because Nigeria is too corrupt. So this one Burkina Faso is doing today, this Torah is doing, and he's fighting all these things. Even if you look the kind of corruption that is in Nigeria and the one that is in Burkina Faso, if there is corruption in Burkina Faso, it might be 5%. And still, look at what is going on. But when you come in Nigeria, that even a baby that is still in the womb is already corrupt.
Yeah.
You see? I use the example before I drop. 2009 or 2010. I was in my village in Christmas time. So we are driving to one community. So you know, Christmas time there is always traffic, and the military and the police always on the distance. So when we get to where police, there was traffic, and you know, Christmas time a lot of vehicles were coming. So we saw two children on their pants. They were only wearing pants. So as they were going, they were pointing one jeep, this Hummer jeep. You see. So that little boy might not be up to 6 years or 5 years. He's saying, this is Hummer jeep. No, the other one say Mercedes Jeep is better. This one say Hummer Jeep is they were a kind of arguing which of the Jeep. And when you come here, you see a child of even 10 years don't even know the one that's called Hummer Jeep and Mercedes Jeep. The people that build the country where they're building all these vehicles. But the child in Nigeria that is not up to 6 years is fighting the one that is more better. That will tell you the kind of country that you live in. You see? So the corruption in Nigeria is too much. Only that many people don't understand the kind of corruption that is in that country. It is too much and cannot be so the West is holding the Africans completely bondage. You know, so don't be surprised if again Africa will cause third war. Not even this thing they're doing in Ukraine. All this they are doing in Ukraine, they're just playing tricks. Because I was telling one of my friends, I said Germany will not want any bomb to land in their land. Neither would Britain or France. They're just deceiving their people. You see, this one Finland is talking. They will not want any bomb to touch their land. This one they're talking to use deceiving Ukraine. So they can only collaborate against Africa. There will be no fight between America and Russia and Germany because of Ukraine. Go and mark it. They only make this noise. At the end of the day, they will find a way to settle themselves. But you see, this African problem is what will bring third world war, because Russia is not going out from Africa, and they will be getting more land in Africa, and that will bring third world war. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. You have spoken well, and I appreciate your contribution that you have just made. And I want to play a video. When we are talking about the atrocities of the West in Africa, it is something that is mind-blowing. And that is why I have to play this video that I am playing now. You know, the people that are causing the insecurity in Africa, they are still the people who don't want us to be free. And there are people who are preaching to us that military regime is not good. People who are sponsoring the terrorism that we want to stop, they are the same people preaching to us about terrorism. And there is one thing that is happening. Have anybody thought about why is it that Tinubu is lying in bed with France at a time when the whole African countries are rejecting France.
Yeah.
France that have been pinpointed in sponsoring of terrorism in Africa. Yet, people do not observe. I want us to hear this. Let us watch this.
Reconstruction in West Africa, France, who allegedly has been supporting terror groups in West Africa when the United States called for investigation into Boko Haram. It was revealed in the Nigerian newspapers that the French has been supporting Boko Haram in Nigeria. The French create terrorist groups and then goes into African countries to say they are fighting terrorism in Africa. This kind of duplicity by France and fomenting terror and destruction has been challenged by the peoples of West Africa. In every country in West Africa,